Freaky Table is brought to you by Nikki Hit Beauty Academy, opposite Vision Comfort, Sable Bonamusari, Douala.
Freaky Table.
Hello everybody, welcome to Freaky Table. My name is Joan Gomba and I have beautiful women in the house joining me today for a great talk. Stephanie Toom, Askia, Vicky Fokala are all here, and we have something to do with some guy called Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is he's a multi-talented person, by the way. He's a rapper, the TV host, actor, and now the new title is the baby daddy of like 10 children with 4 different baby mamas. So that's the thing. Americans find it very, very strange, but back here in Africa, we may have a different perspective about one man having multiple children with multiple women. So guys, welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Green hair. The swag is giving.
It is giving.
Vicky, good to see you. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I really know how busy everybody is here. Thank you. So now Nick Cannon, I think every Black American woman is talking about this man. Mm-hmm. Some people have termed it mental health, because it's strange to just have somebody. To them, to just have one young man have kids back to back. It's like almost 2 women are pregnant for him in 1 year, and then they give birth almost simultaneously. It's kind of weird. But you know, what do you guys think about Nick Cannon and the whole situation? I mean, he has been married to Mariah Carey. I mean, the Mariah Carey, the one and only. And then after that, it's like he just went and said, okay, since there's no Mariah Carey, let's have babies.
I don't know what to actually think, because I'm not in his life to know exactly how his relationships are. If he gets into relationships with good intentions and then they don't work out, I don't know about that. So I don't know if I'm in the right place to make any judgment on him, because, I mean, you don't really know what a relationship will be when you decide to step into the relationship. You don't really plan to go out there and have a baby with somebody and not want to be with the person and then move on to the next and have a baby with them and stuff like that. So I don't really know what to say about that right now. Yeah.
You can. All right, Askia, what do you think about that?
I feel like as long as he's going to be there to be a father and take care of his responsibilities, he can have as many kids as his soul wants, wishes. That's what I feel like. I mean, the idea of having kids, these women that are just simultaneously opening their legs to get pregnant, they know that you have kids with a lot of other women out there. And this idea, somehow, they agree with it and they decide to have one as well. That means the father, I mean, maybe he just wants to have as many kids as he needs to, because some men really just want children, as many as he can have. I mean, if the women are not complaining about anything else he's doing wrong, then I don't feel like it's anything that should be judged or I need to complain about him.
Okay. Vicky, any perspective on that?
I actually love the fact that these women are sounding so objective about it. So let me be the unobjective one. Let's do division of level.
Exactly.
I think it's actually not to judge, but I think it's careless. It's careless at so many different levels. In Africa, they say it would be a regular and normal phenomenon in terms of Najoma we marry for woman. Except he's not married to these girls. He's not married. And he's having these kids with them, and not even having just 1 kid with them. He has 10 with 4.
Yes.
Right? Now, how do you go about with everything that could possibly resonate to sexually transmissible diseases, to everything that you would ever want to think of? How do you go about having unprotected sex with women, with a chain of women?
It's just 4.
All at the same time. What is a chain?
I mean, 4 people, you're doing it with her at this time, you do your test, she's clean.
No, it doesn't mean that you're slept
You're
just
doing
4
it.
girls.
But is
Those
he
are the
dating
ones-
all these women
those
at
are
the
the
same
ones that
time?
got
No.
pregnant. Listen,
No, he is.
guys,
He's
Really?
like
He's
two, all of
dating,
them.
yes,
two
and they are not
pregnant right
complaining.
now.
So
I don't really know much about this story
guys,
thing. So I don't know,
Let me say this. It doesn't mean that he only has 4 girls. Those are the 4 people that have had children with him, or that are pregnant for him. Like right now, they say there are like 2 that are pregnant at the same time.
Yeah.
For him. Now, what about the others that he has been sleeping with who did not also get
Maybe
pregnant?
he's using protection.
Who might get pregnant next year?
Maybe.
Do you also think about the
He's
possibility
using.
that these women are actually okay with
It's
it,
like,
and there's
when I speak of carelessness, I speak for both ways.
for both ways, right?
Not only the man, but also the woman. That's why I say it's carelessness.
Yeah.
For example, I would not want to put him in a position where I say, you don't date a man that has a child, for example.
Exactly.
That's your business. If you want to date a man that has a child, but you need to put that relationship into perspective. Where is it going? There are too many ways for you to be able to have a man, be with a man, and not be pregnant for that man.
Yes.
Now, when it gets to the level where it becomes a pregnancy, you don't want to be, well, they didn't go far. We don't go to America. Let's even talk about this country. This one.
Names, please.
A couple of months, that would be about, a couple of months ago, there's this Facebook lady, they call her Bella, and she was discussing the situation of a Cameroonian local artist who has 6 kids for 6 girls.
Yeah.
So let's not throw the dice right up to America. Let's look at our own present situation.
If we are
I don't remember the name of the name of the artist, but I think when you brought up Nick Cannon, it was not about Nick because it's not our business. It's about the act. It's about the act. Now we have young people here who feel like promiscuity is supposed to be a normal thing. When they call it promiscuity, it is a negative name.
Negative, yeah.
You cannot be sexually promiscuous and just having kids. It means that 6 girls actually succeed for carry belly for the boy.
For
What? No, I'm talking about this boy.
okay, sure.
So what about the other people, the other girls? And then funny part is he actually get these girls pregnant and don't even take care of them. Why did we hear about it? Was because one of the girls actually came and reported that this is exactly what was happening to her. And then in the finding out, that's when another one came with this one, another one came with that child, another one came with this child. We found out he actually had 6 kids with 6 different girls.
all right.
Over there in America, they are it's not money. Money is not the problem. Right? Nick Cannon has a lot of money. I mean, that guy is $1 million, plenty millions.
Yeah.
But I think that most of the black TV presenters were very focused on is the time that you give to raise these kids. You are very busy
You
man.
will not be able to give them equal.
I mean, besides Mariah Carey's twins that he had, I mean, that he was legally married and had a child and had children. Mariah Carey can take care of her. I mean, put her away.
Yeah.
The other ladies are not Mariah Carey. They are just,
Regular girls.
yeah, exactly. Some of them are Instagram models. Some of them, they don't really have proper businesses that they do. So he's like, and then they were interviewing one of the baby mamas and she said, we have to book an appointment with his secretary.
To see him.
Yeah, to see him.
Wow.
And then, I mean, it was so wild. That was just like,
now it goes to booking appointments.
yeah, they'd have to pass through the secretary to get him or to, like if they'd have.
I'm sorry, you that have some information about it. Do you know if I'm trying to go a little bit to what Askia said earlier?
Yeah.
There are some men that really just want to have kids.
Yeah.
So now in the course of them having these kids, now that they have to book appointments if they have needs, did they book an appointment to have sex, or was it a business?
Definitely,
Was it a business affair?
Yes.
Let's find that. Maybe that's
need to
important.
Understand the root
maybe.
cause of this to be able to make a judgment.
He doesn't want to run a reality show sometime next.
That's the thing. We need to
I'm
to
seeing it from a
understand the root
different
cause of this
perspective.
situation to be able to judge it. Because at the end of the day, we don't know if these girls were okay with this from the beginning.
Maybe the whole idea was like, I want to have a kid. I think you look good to carry a baby for me. So let's do this. Because I don't think that if you had a relationship with a man and that you had sex with that man and you had a baby for that man, it would get to the point where you need to book an appointment to see.
As you said, book appointment and understood everything.
So it could be a business deal. And
Business.
there's let's talk about context a little bit. In America, I usually say that nothing happens for nothing in America. You see a man who all of a sudden just stands up and starts saying that he thinks that he was born a woman. And then he goes and starts doing a transitioning into a woman. And then next thing he has a reality TV show that comes up. Just like you said, is he not planning to do a reality TV show? Maybe there's something that he's looking for. Or maybe he just has too much money. He doesn't want to settle after he married Maria and he just wants to have kids.
Maybe. So all the maybes are possible.
All the maybes.
Yeah,
So we're bringing it back to Africa now. The reason why I think most African men and women did not really see that as some shocker. They were like, but when they came out, you get a 50 picking there.
The thing is,
50 picking there with
the thing is, yeah, polygamy is accepted. It's a norm. So women are actually, you know, okay with having co-wives, sister wives, and stuff like that. It's and still with the men being polygamous, they still have concubines.
Yeah.
With whom they have kids, and the women's are still very compliant with this. So at the end of the day, it's not something that comes as a shock to us Africans because these things are like we're used to.
Yeah,
But now the problem here is you don't want to encourage people who cannot be physically present or financially viable to take care of their kids to go and start doing this because at the end of the day, you leave single moms who are struggling on their own to raise kids and all these problems start coming up. So.
Yeah, Vicky made a good point about promiscuity. The fact that you just go ahead having unprotected sex
is a big problem
with people, multiple people. It's a bit disturbing because I mean your health.
Really disturbing.
I don't know whether you think about
Especially this generation, the number of sick people out here. It is outrageous. It is outrageous. The number of sick people walking out here in the streets.
And the fact that they don't write sickness on someone.
They don't write it. You can see someone is shining, but what is in them?
It's really different because, I mean, it's Nick and None. It's just 4. He has money, like you said.
It's just 4 women?
Yeah.
But in between the 4 women is 10 kids.
I'm coming, let me learn. 10 kids that he wants those 4 women to bring to earth for him. Maybe he knows each of the 4 women particularly, so we can't really compare that to this guy that got 6 women pregnant. This is the kind of guy that will just walk around from you to her, from her to her, without even checkups or nothing.
Yeah,
and this is the one that is a problem. You know, because
problem.
number one, you know, they get 50 for take care. Hence the reason why we even heard about it, because the lady
because she came complaining. Yeah,
exactly. Which means that you have nothing. So why then will you walk around putting young women in situations that they are not ready for? I mean, they are all not ready.
But they were adults, right? They were not raped.
They were not raped, and it is just girls with whom at some point, you know, you just had a relationship with this one, quickly had a relationship with this one, quickly had a baby, had a relationship, you know.
Or maybe all of them at the same time.
Was that, the kid gaps are actually not really big. So I think this is one thing that I want to talk about. It's a good thing that all of us are here and that we're talking about this topic. Without wanting to sound spiritual or anything like that, this is what I would like to say. Young people need to learn, men as women, to close their legs.
Yep.
And decide what it is that they want to do whenever they open it. You know, because unfortunately, if you look at the people that actually have a series of kids out there, you would realize that they are showbiz people. Now, I don't know what makes young girls think that limelight or that spotlight is the place where they want to be. Or they feel like they can just open skirt because it's a musician. Let's go to Nigeria. Our brother, Two-Face Idibia. How many, even up to the point where he is already married with a woman at home.
There's someone still pregnant.
Some people feel like, okay, because the one artist is a star. He's a star, you know. But you come to Cameroon, I don't know if it is peer pressure. I don't know how to call it. But you see young girls just excited about people in show business, whether an actor, whether there is this. There seem to be this scramble for the spotlight for people in the spotlight.
They just want to say,
and this person you get, and that is terrible. Because again, like Askia mentioned, those people out there, they might want to get, or maybe let's say Nick, because we're talking about they might want to get into a relationship, and you go say, okay, first of all, because one, he is conscious of the fact that he's a public figure. Number two, he's conscious of the fact that he has his businesses that are running. So there are certain things that he would not want to take for granted. For example, medical checkups. So even if he goes to go with a girl, then he'll probably do a medical check. But the truth is that a lot of people here cannot tell you the last time they were ever in hospital.
Do they even do checkups? Have they ever even done checkups?
They don't get doctor.
Even a pregnancy stress. Not be when they start vomit with them. No say they will be
make them collapse. No go hospital.
Yes.
But even in malaria, where they feel and don't go for corner, they go carry small medicine,
over the
drink
counter.
them. Exactly. Yeah. So already, medical checkups are out of the window.
Yeah.
But now we want to focus on the fact that maybe they could be lucky to not have at some point a sexually transmissible disease. But what is the thing about just kids? Like Stephanie said, if you're having kids, then there's something about being present for these kids.
Yeah.
The truth is, if you've already had one woman and you have a kid with that woman, and then you have another woman who does not live with you as well and has another kid, automatically you are already depriving one of those children of the love of a father.
Preach.
So you must be able to put those things into perspective.
But that's crazy. I think back here in Cameroon, you look at our celebrity line. You know, you're in the movie business. She's in the music business. We're in the media, and you're looking at it like how much way were artists or entertainers make for themselves. Remove kids and partners. You know, just them to take care of their own families, like your mother, your father, if your parents are still alive, your siblings. Before you now jump into partner, kids, and then multiple kids with multiple women. You know, there's even an actor in my head that has like 8 children. He has never taken care of any.
In this country,
I think I feel like
there are many, so many.
With social media, right? It has actually amplified this image and lifestyle of celebrities that some people think that they have the means. Some people don't. It's not even only about the means. Exactly. And filter.
Fake life.
It's not only about the means, but some people like the spotlight. They want to have a piece of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
How
That you
does
will
the-
see
how does the
even
spotlight stay?
women, you will see even women, listen, you will see even women who are in the diaspora who are doing so well for themselves.
Yeah.
They just want to come and scramble these guys who are in the spotlight. They just want a little
The
bit of
target
this.
is mostly to
this
get
fame.
pregnant.
They'll get pregnant and call themselves baby mamas just to be in the spotlight. And this person's baby mama is some kind of what they call palmarès for them. That's what it is. And they'll come online and you see them in every comment section. You see them putting their money in everything that has to do with entertainment. The thing, because of them having a child with this person, they have a DNA of his talent or whatever, and the thing that they have become stars themselves. So this is what, they have this excitement of just being associated with this person because the person is in the spotlight and this palmarès and all of that. I'm the baby mama, I'm the this and that. That's all.
That's embarrassing.
That's all. And it's deeply embarrassing because at the end of the day, that's why you see them coming online and then after they are fighting and they're always embarrassed and all these kind of things and the guys who dump them and stuff like that. They are coming in hoping that a serious relationship will come out from this.
Also,
but this guy is hustling. This guy is struggling.
Yeah.
You know?
This is one thing I have the point that I have to make. I think that I've been hammering on the lifestyle of entertainers in Cameroon for such a long time. Relationships, your relationship, like sexual relationship or ships, play a huge role in your career.
Exactly.
You could use it for your good. You could use it for whatever. But I think that
damage your career.
the aspect of artists or entertainers in general hiding their relationships or keeping it a secret instead of private actually gives them the room to have multiple partners.
I accept that.
And then, you know, I stand the risk of having multiple kids too.
I totally agree with you on that.
So I don't just hide it. I don't just own up to one thing, one person, and move on with your life. If it breaks or it breaks or move to the next one. At least let's know that we are there.
I think that the fact that they are being secretive about their relationships is also because they know what they are trying to get. I heard one say such an unscrupulous statement once saying he cannot go out there and say that he has a relationship. He actually has a really committed relationship. He cannot go out there and say it because he's going to lose fans. And I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me.
2 women pregnant. We are
I'm like, excuse me. If you have a talent, you have a talent. That's one. Number two, If you are going to have followership, you are going to have followership.
Without.
So what you're trying to say is that you're never going to marry. Because if you do marry, it means you're going to leave the business.
And if you fans because he was married to Beyonce.
Exactly. How about the fact that there's a people that will probably love just the fact that you are with this woman and you're coming out with it. And at that point, what you're having are real fan, not weather fans. Because if you are hiding the relationship and thinking that the followers that you have, they are mostly girls because you feel like they are adding any value to your career, it means that the day you ever bring up a woman, you're going to lose them.
True.
So you better leave your truth. I don't have a problem with saying my relationship out there. If I am with someone, I really don't have a problem. Just like you saw, nobody is putting it out there for it to last forever. If you finish, on to the next.
Because people want to receive their breakfast in peace and then move on quiet.
Me, I have a problem. Or we announcing again. I have a problem.
No, for me, I think I will not necessarily put out my relationship out there because I'm a private person, but I don't hide it. Those who are close to me know about, those who are close to me know about my relationship. My family knows, my friends know, those who matter knows, right? The rest of the people, I don't owe them anything. I don't come to social media to come and talking about my relationship and stuff, because if I receive my breakfast, let me receive it in private and just heal it, peace, and be going. I don't even need to deal with your own bullshit of you coming to put your mouth inside. I don't even want online in-laws or anything. I beg.
Family members.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
See how silent
I don't need it.
Really, I have nothing
I don't
to say
need
on
it.
that topic again.
So we'll follow. Finish. Any man just go. Hey, I'm nobody's ex.
Silent
Just
breakfast.
go.
That's
beg.
where I am right
Yes.
now. That's
Just
what
go.
I'm about to say.
You know, we're talking about multiple kids, the irresponsibility of it all, the irresponsibility, the embarrassment that comes with the whole thing, the fact that, you know, you become like a laughing stock among your, you know, your peers, your friends. They might not tell you in front of your face, but we all know how this
definitely
thing
they're
goes.
talking behind your back.
Yeah, they're talking, and you know, the man a trash man master, that man, you know. Those are bad comments that I don't think you want to hear, these kind of stupid things. But when it comes to, like, you know, there's this question that always, all of us are like, okay, people are single. Like, people say, I'm single. My relationship status is complicated. Or I'm single, you know. Do you think that infidelity is the reason why some people are single? The fact that they just cannot commit to one?
What do you mean by single?
Being single, like you're not in any relationship. You're not in any.
When they put them for their status.
Now, so they put them.
No man knows somebody that will put in her status that she's single.
But she has
Wait,
men.
I mean, single.
Are you kidding?
Single might mean that you're not in a committed
A serious
relationship.
thing with none of them,
But
maybe.
you are dating.
You're single until you're married.
You are dating. Because you can date without being in a relationship, which means at this point, like Vicky said, she's celibate now, so she cannot be opening her legs to anybody without a proper plan, right?
Yeah.
So at this stage, what she'll be doing
It's
is
nice how you
she
put
might
her
have
like this.
Yeah, she might have candidates who are coming as suitors.
Of course.
They're talking to her.
Of course.
She might go out for a date, lunch, dinner, assess them. If they're not good enough for her next, she'll go out on dates. She's dating. Dating does not necessarily mean that you're
Follow.
at the function. But you're out there just assessing these people to make sure that you have the right person to end up with, so that you don't make the same mistakes that you've been making. So at that point, you say you're single, but you're dating. You're seeing people. You're outside. You're in the streets, but
the women in entertainment, because I know this thing, and men watch this and feel like they are being attacked by 4 women. But the men in the entertainment, the women in the entertainment industry, it's one thing for a man to come and ask you out, right? For whatever reason, just to sleep with you, be with you, marry you, whatever the reason is. It's another thing for you to accept it, right? So once you accept it and decide to stay with a guy whom you know has a battalion of other women, what does that make you?
Very stupid. Basically. Right?
well, I don't want to necessarily think that if a guy has maybe 4 or 5 kids, it means he doesn't have any chances of actually having a woman and forming a real relationship with that woman just because of that. Because
60.
who is 60 in the entertainment industry?
I'm just asking.
Why you change the question now?
So, we're talking about promiscuity and infidelity and all of that. The reason why we have this problem is people do not understand definitions.
You define.
You need to define relationships from the beginning. Ask questions. What are we? Where is this going to?
It's not good to ask the what are we after the first sex.
Why? If he has to go after the first, he will. Why are you even going for the first sex without even asking?
That you should know before. I mean, it's just stupid to ask.
No,
after
I mean,
the first
if
sex, like what
it happens, the honest
Like
truth is that
basically.
let's not try and act like everything is always perfect and and all of that. It's never. You can meet someone, things get heated, you guys have a one night stand, stuff like that. Marriages that have come out of one night stands. Let's be very clear on that. You can meet someone and that happens, and it's your place to ask the person, okay, now that this is happening, what are we? Where is this going to? I would like to know what this is. Let's define this relationship so we know what is happening. Define it. Are we gonna be dating? Are we friends with benefits, or is this just it? Where is this going to? Ask the questions.
So at that point, when you get into a relationship, let me come back now to what you just said. That what does it make of you when you get into a relationship knowing that the man has a chain of other relationships? Does he have, I have a question before I answer, does it have to do with, do you get into that relationship while the man is with those other people? Or is it that...
No, like maybe you guys were together and then he's cheating on you multiple other people.
It's asking us.
Let me just cheat.
You are stupid.
Because another thing a woman needs to understand is you need to know your worth.
Thank you.
When you know your worth, there is so much that you will not settle for.
Good.
Because a lot of people out here be settling because they feel like they're either scared to be alone or they don't even understand what they have or what they carry or who they are. It also goes back again to defining what it is that you want out of a relationship.
But is it proper? I think guys and girls always have this argument on social media where, Cameroon, let's use Cameroon, where a guy will come up to you and say, baby, I want to, I want more. Yeah, more be or more just fuck.
Who be her?
So now, some of the women find it very offensive. You come in very straightforward and tell me that you just want to have sex with me.
What's the
But now the
difference?
definition of what you're saying is like, how do these guys now, if it's just sex that they want, what are they supposed to
Anybody
say?
that does not stand the truth, anybody that cannot stand the truth is stupid. I'll go back to asking.
If a guy comes to me and tells me, oh, I just want to have sex with you. If I don't want to have sex with you, I don't want to have sex with you. If I want, we go and we have the orgasms and everybody
See, my
goes their
life
way. That's all you want.
All this relationship thing is whack. If the sex is good, we have it, and it is very good, we have it again. If we have it once, it's not good, get lost. Simple. We move. I mean, basically, every time you have a nice time with someone, it shouldn't lead back to what are we now.
Exactly. And then
That's why you have to ask the question. Asking the question does not mean that you're desperate. You want to define the relationship because maybe you don't even want a relationship. Maybe you want friends with benefits and you're the one who will tell him that and you want to be sure that he's on the same page with you. So it's not about being desperate. It's just about defining things and making sure that you guys are comfortable with whatever arrangement you're having as adults.
the moment the man comes to you and then tells you, because I'm saying this because it's usually the women that fall into this trap. Oh, yes. The man comes to you and tells you, I just want to have sex with you. Now, if you say yes, don't go and start catching feelings. And if you catch the feelings, deal with them on the background.
Because you knew from
the start. True. Now, if you do not know from the start, then you can catch feelings whatever you want. And you can be expressive about it. At that point, what you're looking for is definition, because he didn't come to you saying exactly what he wanted. If not, you will not be asking, what are we now? But now if you guys go and have a one night stand, you understood from the onset that that is where you were headed. And we come back to this point of people being promiscuous and girls just getting pregnant anyhow for these men.
Yeah.
You understand? The thing about the men is they can have sex with 1 million women. You don't show for their face. But you, a woman, you go have sex with them, next thing, boom, you're Banesta high. So you
get and they do and be the belly high. Escape meta they down the measure.
I'm talking about the fact that a man can be promiscuous or a man can do whatever and he's not going. It comes with no.
True.
But you, a woman, you might get pregnant. You might. There are so many ways for a woman, right? Now the girls that are chasing these boys under small, they don't even know na bush lamp, na bulb or na halogen lamp. We don't know the kind of limelight that they are under. I'm coming back to this little boy in Cameroon who probably is using a candle who is probably using a candle because nobody actually really knows him like that, especially except maybe for a quarter and for a village, you know. And then you're going around having 6 kids with 6 girls. Now, these girls, did you know exactly what you were getting into, or just become a musician?
Man a star, massa.
Again, about what I said about most of these girls just being stupid.
That's how star do.
That's how start. Ladies and gentlemen, who comes there? I mean, this discussion can go on for ages.
Yeah.
I'm happy that these women came here. You know, say girls. Oh my God, ladies, because ladies, girls, yummy mommies. You know, they showed up on set to discuss this very important issue. I know that, you know, I mean, we can't tell you what to do, how to live your life, decisions that you have to make for yourself, what makes you feel good. To be honest, we don't have the right to do that. However, based on experiences, we have siblings, we have friends who've gone through things. We're going to share our opinion about certain things. So if you have your own opinion to share on this issue, please drop your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to Decoded TV Studios on YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms at Freaky Table. It's Joan, Stephanie, Askia, Vicky. See you guys soon. Take care of yourselves.
Freaky Table is brought to you by Nikki Hit Beauty Academy. Opposite Vision Comfort, Sable Bona Musadi, Douala.